my second time slamming too. Houses have walls. Walls build rooms. My house had 4 bedrooms when I was a child. Now it has 8. Tear down walls and build new ones. Tear down memories and build new ones. Mostly I don't remember my childhood too clearly. I remember my room. It was painted blue, it was always messy, and Bob Dylan stared at me from the wall next to words that said to be fitter, happier, more productive. And I had a closet with a beanbag chair where I often slept because it was where I felt safest. I had a collage on the wall of movie posters and movie stars because you could say movies were my first favorite drug, my first favorite escape. But that wall was torn down and that drug was upgraded. Those walls were torn down to build more walls for more rooms, for more faded memories, more jaded memories. Because if you can tear down these rooms and build new ones, can you just build a new family? The year I left home, my room and 2 others were torn down. 7 new rooms were built in their place. 2 new siblings returned, cousins my parents would raise. Several years later, they would also leave. 3 foster kids would arrive and stay. The memories of my childhood are hazy. I know that there's a lot missing. I remember jumping into the pool at midnight on New Year's to be the first one in for the year. I remember late night movies with my brother that I thought my mom didn't know about. I remember my baby sister being born, and I remember jumping on the bed with her. I remember fighting with my brothers and playing with my brothers. I remember the video games I would always need their help finishing. I remember my dad's drinking, or not drinking, and I'm not sure which was worse. I remember the anger, but I'm not sure where it was coming from, and I remember locking myself in my room to hide, or to try to. And I remember thinking my parents really fucked up. I know now that they tried, that they really did what they thought was best, and I know that they love me. And I love my mom. I know they tried really hard, a lot harder than I ever tried at Mario or Grand Theft Auto. But I could always just start over and try again. I think maybe they thought they could too. But family is not like a video game. You cannot insert more coins and try again. You don't gain extra lives. You cannot collect a health packs to fix all the injuries. There are no cheat codes, and no, family is not buying the new version to see if you can get it right this time. Get new kids, try again, they leave. New kids, try again, they'll leave, then what? Game over, try again, game over, try again. So what happens to the characters of the last game when you start over? Real life wounds don't heal so fast just because you get to a safe zone. A person cannot get shot so many times and then just get back up. Those scars don't go away just because the player tries again. My life feels like the story of the characters after you press restart. I sometimes feel like Mario if he was permanently small. And sometimes like I'm trying to drive that car that's been driven into too many walls and over too many hydrants. It's smoking real bad and the cops are on my ass now. But there are no cheat codes. There are no extra lives. There are no health packs for emotional damage, and I don't have any more coins.
All right. So that was our yellow poet. Coming up next to the microphone is going to be our blue poet, Nick. Give it up.
How y'all doing? Come on, louder. All right, okay. You're supposed to be drunk, right? No? All right. All right, here we go. All right. Impending artistic preoccupation. My TV's off, I stare at myself on this blank screen, sitting here wondering what it takes to be an evolution, a reincarnation of idea, dolly, and every piece that I see in artillery. You don't even know what that is. Thinking about how a girl named Becky gave me my name and disappeared like Persephone. Surreal. She was mad at me because I forgot about her when the other girl walked in the room. At that point in time, Cafetto's was my favorite coffee shop. I don't frequent coffee shops as much as I used to because I sleep with a pen in my hand and I riddle my dreams across the sheet sleep writing. It's a new disorder that I actually quite enjoy. The best part is there's no meds. I got the sleeps, self-diagnosed, walking, or dare I say floating, in and out and in and out and in and out of different states of consciousness. I call it cerebral, celestial awesomeness. I could definitely use some paint right now. I got so many sketches etched upon the ruts of my folded, wrinkly brain. My biggest fear is having them smoothed out. Oh no. The goal is to reinvent myself with every new line. So really real is a soul immersed in the human's game of making life have purpose, so I press hard the pencil of colorly wax, watching the paper progressively wrinkle to the pressure of the blend, like the coffee that sits next to me sips slowly upon contemplation. It's in the application of chalky chalk, dusty dust, wondering how long it takes the manifestation of my soulmate to rusty rust. She's the one, or is that just a daydream? Or what about the old one who spends every night in my REM scene? Cycles trapped, you're not really trying to leave. I'm just a death in progress. A body is a vegetable for the one who seizes the previous medium, reincarnating the evolving patterns for a soul's history. I fucking hate Twilight. Yeah, werewolves and vampires used to be cool. Movies are losing their creativity and stealing the book's credibility. Technology creates conformity. Laziness and pop culture seems to be behind things I thought of 6 months ago that I didn't think were cool, but because it's on TV, it must be cool, right? I'm so far ahead of my time that people think I'm delusional. My imagination belongs in juxtapose. My art just needs to catch up to that. I bleed in watercolors with an addiction to tagging these walls, colored boredom. At times, Merriam and Webster are my best friends, but the conversation can seem so pointless. Or paintless at times. How many times do I reinvent myself before it becomes iconoclastic, or in the pursuit of happiness it becomes plastic? Every day I have to do something artistic. I feel guilty if I don't paint. Junkie. I just want someone to say I'm right and actually mean it. No place like never, because I never stayed anywhere long enough to call it home. I live in my chipboard case and I try not to hang myself with the extra set of strings. I discipline myself to practice every day, proud of my returns, based on a habit, work ethic. There's no treatment for that. There's no app for that. I don't trust the word hobby or subscribe to labels. Can robots paint a masterpiece? I want a reality show called The Good Girls Club. A bunch of artsy-fartsy, nerdy-wordy, weirdo flirties. That's right. She would be the star of the show. But no one would say it. Just the exponential factor of her charisma. And you just gotta love the vibe she gives you. Her name rhymes with, oh, I'm not gonna tell you. To give it to you that easy, because these microns that I hold are full metallurgy and she's hidden in all the symbols. Requiem from loneliness as I take upon the adventure of an orbital heartbeat, felt so softly as it drifts upon the cosmos. It's a page ripped out of a black book, a backpack full of iron lac, a ship made out of spray cans, and sail my ways across the concrete seas. It's a page ripped out of a black book, a backpack full of iron lac, and a ship made out of spray cans. I sail my ways across these concrete seas. Pleasurable preoccupation of my Persephone. I'm the black sheep of the gods that got exiled to the earth with a clean slated memory, a curse for destruction, but little did the math show that this was a formula for the quintessential essence to be sought after, for the spirit of a celestial being can never be conquered as long as I live this dream post-occupation.
All right, so those were our two poets. Give it up.